Sanath Teran Jayasuriya is a former Sri Lankan cricketer. He is renowned as one of the best one-day international players of all time, due to powerful striking and match-winning all-round performances. Jayasuriya is credited as having revolutionized one-day international cricket with his explosive batting, an all-rounder, who had an international cricket career that spread over 2 decades. Jayasuriya is the only player to score over 12,000 runs and capture more than 300 wickets in one-day international cricket, and hence regarded as one of the best all-rounders in the history of limited overs cricket. He was named the most valuable player of 1996 Cricket World Cup, and Wisden Cricketers' Almanack broke an age-old tradition by naming him one of 5 cricketers a unregistered trademark of the year 1997 despite not playing the previous season in England. Jayasuriya was also the captain of the Sri Lankan cricket team from 1999 to 2003. He retired from Test cricket in December 2007 and from limited overs cricket in June 2011. On January 28, 2013, Sri Lanka Cricket appointed him as the chairman of Cricket Selection Committee. Sri Lanka won the ICC World Twenty20 for the first time in 2014, during his tenure as the chief selector. Jayasuriya ran for public office at the 2010 Sri Lankan general elections and was elected to the parliament from his native Matara district. He topped the UPFA parliamentary election list for Matara district by obtaining 74,352 preferential votes. He served as the Deputy Minister of Postal Services in the former UPFA government led by Mahinda Rajapaksa, and later as the Deputy Minister of Local Government and Rural Development under President Maithripala Sirisena. Jayasuriya did not contest for the 2015 Sri Lankan general election, though he won most votes from Matara district under UPFA in the 2010 Sri Lankan general election. Early life and career: Sanath Jayasuriya was born in the southern Sri Lankan city of Matara, to the family of Dunstan and breeder Jayasuriya. He has an elder brother, Shandana Jayasuriya. He was educated at St Servatius College, Matara, where his cricketing talents were nourished by his school principal, G.L. Galapathy, and cricket coach, Lionel Wagasinghe. He excelled in cricket while at St Servatius College, Matara, and captained the college cricket team at the annual St Thomas's St Servatius cricket encounter in 1988. Jayasuriya was picked as the Observer Schoolboy Cricketer of the Year in the Outstation segment in 1988. He also received the awards for the Best Batsman and Best All-Rounder in the Outstation segment at the Observer School Cricket Awards ceremony in the same year. Jayasuriya represented Sri Lanka in the inaugural ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup, which was held in Australia in 1988, and was subsequently selected for a tour in Pakistan a few months later with the Sri Lanka B team, where he made 2 unbeaten double centuries. Shortly afterwards he was drafted into the national side for the tour to Australia in 1989 Euro-90. He made his one-day international debut against Australia at Melbourne on Boxing Day of 1989 and his Test debut against New Zealand at Hamilton in February 1991. Style and international career. Batting style. Along with his opening partner Romesh Kalawitheerana, Jayasuriya revolutionized one-day international batting with his aggressive tactics during the 1996 Cricket World Cup, a strategy they first tried on the preceding tour of Australia. The tactic used was to take advantage of the early fielding restrictions by smashing the opening bowlers to all parts of the cricket ground, particularly by lofting their deliveries over the mandatory infielders, rather than the established tactic of building up momentum gradually. This was a novel but potentially match-winning tactic at that time, and Sri Lanka, who had previously never made it out of the preliminary rounds, went on to win the World Cup without a single defeat. Their new game plan is now the standard opening batting strategy in limited overs cricket for the modern era. Glenn McGrath cited Jayasuriya in his 11 of toughest batsmen, noting it is always a massive compliment to someone to say they changed the game, and his storming innings in the 1996 World Cup changed everyone's thinking about how to start innings. Jayasuriya is known for both cuts and pulls along with his trademark shot, a lofted cut-over point. He was one of the key players in Sri Lanka's victory in the 1996 Cricket World Cup, where he was adjudged man of the tournament in recognition of his all-round contributions. His philosophy towards batting is summarized by an all-aggression approach, and over the years he has dominated almost every one-day bowling combination that he has faced at one stage or another. This is because of his ability to make huge match-winning contributions at rapid pace. Once he gets in, he holds the record for the second highest number of one-day centuries and has scored the second most 150-plus scores. His devastating performances have ensured that Sri Lanka have won almost 80% of the matches that he scored over 50 runs in limited overs cricket. When asked in an interview who are the most challenging bowlers he had faced in the game, he named in the order Wasim Akram, Shane Warne, Glenn McGrath, Courtney Walsh, Curtly Ambrose. Test career Sanath Jayasuriya held the record for the highest test score made by a Sri Lankan, 340 against India in 1997. This effort was part of a second-wicket partnership with Roshan Mayanama that set the then all-time record for any partnership in Test history, with 576 runs. Both records were surpassed in July 2006 when fellow Sri Lankan Mahela Jayawardene scored 374 as part of a 624-run partnership with Kumar Sangakkara against South Africa. On September 20, 2005, during the second test of the home series against Bangladesh, Jayasuriya became the first Sri Lankan to play 100 tests, and the 33rd Test cricketer to achieve this feat. Jayasuriya announced his intention to retire from Test cricket following the Pakistan tour of Sri Lanka in April 2006. He reversed his decision soon after, however, joining the Sri Lankan cricket team in England in May 2006. Missing the first two tests, Jayasuriya returned in the third test at Trent Bridge. After scoring 78 runs on day 3 of the first test against England in Kandy in 2007, he announced he was to retire from Test cricket at the end of the match. In that inning he hit 6 fours in 1 over against James Anderson. One day international career 2009 Euro 2010 Jayasuriya held the records for the fastest 50, fastest 100 and fastest 150 in ODI cricket. His fastest 50 stayed 19 years, where his half-century is regarded as the best because he achieved this feat in an era where no any fielding restrictions and power plays are available. It took 19 years to surpass the fastest 50 with all limited over new restrictions and other fielding restrictions. However, he subsequently lost fastest 50 to A.B. de Villiers. Jayasuriya and Sachin Tendulkar are the only players in history to have 4 ODI scores over 150. Where Jayasuriya is the only player of the history to have scored 2 consecutive 150-plus scores. Jayasuriya's highest ODI score is 189 runs, scored against India in Sharjah in 2000. It remains the highest ODI score by a Sri Lankan, and at the time of the innings it was the third highest note won in ODI history. Currently the score is 11th highest ODI score of all time and highest by a Sri Lankan. Jayasuriya was the previous record holder for the fastest century, before losing that to Shahid Afridi's 37-ball century. The record was then broken by Corey Anderson of New Zealand, 36 balls. The record is now held by A.B. de Villiers of South Africa with 31-ball century. He has also held the world record for most ODI sixes, which was surpassed by Shahid Afridi during the 2010 Asia Cup match against Bangladesh. He became the 4th batsman to score more than 10,000 runs and the 2nd batsman to score more than 12,000, and 13,000 runs in the history of ODIs. He also has 28 centuries, the 3rd highest in ODIs. He held the record of scoring most runs in an ODI over. This record is now held by South Africa's Herschel Gibbs. During the one-day NatWest series in May 2006 in England, he scored 2 centuries, including scoring 152 off 99 balls in the final match. In that innings, he and Upul Tharanga put on 286 runs for the first wicket, a new record. Jayasuriya's batting display earned him the Man of the Series award as Sri Lanka won the series 5-0. Following the NatWest Trophy, Sri Lanka travelled to the Netherlands for a 2-match one-day series. In the first game, Jayasuriya scored 157 off 104 balls as Sri Lanka posted 443/9, beating the 438/9 South Africa scored against Australia in March 2006. Sri Lanka won the match by 195 runs. On a personal note, the innings was his fourth score of over 150 in ODI cricket, and he is currently the only player to do so other than Sachin Tendulkar, who has achieved it 5 times. It was also his second successive score of 150+, another first in ODI cricket. He also scored 2 centuries and 2 half-centuries in the 2007 Cricket World Cup held in the West Indies in 2008. His one-day career was all but over when he was omitted for the ODIs in the West Indies. However, a stirring performance in the Apollo Euro, finishing the third highest run-getter with 514 runs a Euro, prompted his country's sports minister to intervene in his selection for the Asia Cup. He ultimately shaped Sri Lanka's title victory with a blistering 100 under pressure. His international career has been revived at the age of 41, after being recalled to the One-Day and 2020 squads for Sri Lanka's 2011 tour of England and Scotland. During 2008 Asia Cup, Jayasuriya scored a century against Bangladesh on his birthday. With this century, he became the third cricketer out of 4 overall to score an ODI century on a birthday. The 2 others before Jayasuriya to score the century were 2 Indians, Vinod Kambli and Sachin Tendulkar. The last one to score a century on his birthday is black cap Ross Taylor. 2020 career During the 2007 ICC World Twenty20, Jayasuriya appeared to break his tradition of using kookaburra bats by wielding a normal Reebok-sponsored bat. He achieved 2 half-centuries in the group stages against New Zealand and Kenya in this tournament. He also shares a dubious record with James Anderson for having the most expensive figures in a 2020 international, having been hit for 64 runs in the maximum of 4 overs. After the 2020 World Cup, Jayasuriya played in Sri Lanka's 3-2 one-day international series defeat against England, achieving limited success, and then in the 2-0 Test series defeat in Australia. In December 2007, Jayasuriya confirmed that he has signed for Warwickshire for the 2020 Cup. In April 2008, he joined the Mumbai Indians to play in the Indian Premier League T20. After scoring a devastating 114 not out of just 48 balls for the Mumbai Indians against Chennai, Jayasuriya regained his position in the one-day side after he had been dropped for the West Indies tour. He then followed up his century with a 17-ball 48 not out to surpass the Kolkata Knight Riders' score of 67 in just the 6th over, resulting in the biggest victory in 2020 history in terms of balls remaining. In 2010 has signed with Worcestershire for the 2020 campaign. At the age of 42, Jayasuriya played for the Uyuna Rhinos in the qualifying round of the 2011 Champions League. In February 2012, Jayasuriya played for the Kenya Royal Bengals in the inaugural Bangladesh Premier League. Later that year he played for Kandarata Warriors in the inaugural Sri Lanka Premier League. Captaincy and all-round performances Jayasuriya was chosen as the Wisden leading cricketer in the world in 1996 and was named as one of the Wisden Cricketers of the Year in 1997. He served as the captain of the Sri Lankan cricket team in 38 test matches and 117 one-day internationals from 1999 to 2003. Jayasuriya led Sri Lanka to the knockout stage of the 2003 Cricket World Cup, but stepped down from the captaincy after the loss to Australia in the semi-final. He was also a very useful all-rounder with a good batting average in both Test cricket and one-day internationals, and had an excellent batting strike rate in one-day internationals. As a left-arm orthodox spin bowler, he had a reasonable bowling average and an economy rate. He regularly helped to decrease the workloads of contemporary Sri Lankan strike bowlers Muttiah Muralitharan and Kaminda Vaz. At the end of his career, Jayasuriya took more than 400 wickets in international cricket with over 300 wickets in one-day internationals. Jayasuriya was also a skillful infielder, with a report prepared by Cricinfo in late 2005 showing that since the 1999 Cricket World Cup, he had effected the 7th highest number of run-outs in ODI cricket of any fieldsman, with the 11th highest success rate. personal life, he is also the first cricketer to be appointed as a UN Goodwill Ambassador for his commitment to prevention of HIV/AIDS among young people in Sri Lanka. He entered politics in February 2010 as a candidate for Matara district. His party is the United People's Freedom Alliance of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Jayasuriya continued to play cricket after he has secured the most number of preferential votes from the Matara district by obtaining 74,352 votes. In October 2013, he was appointed as Deputy Minister of Postal Services in the UPFA government. He resigned from Chief Selector post with his members on April 3, 2015. On June 10, 2015, Jayasuriya with 3 other UPFA parliamentarians took oaths from President Maithripala Sirisena as new deputy ministers. Jayasuriya was appointed as Deputy Minister of Local Government and Rural Development. He was in office until the parliament dissolved on June 26, 2015. Player statistics. Career performance Test performance against each opponent as of December 7, 2007, until his retirement. ODI performance against each opponent as of June 28, 2011, until his retirement. Centuries Jayasuriya has scored 14 Test and 28 ODI centuries. Although Jayasuriya made his Test debut in 1991, it was not until 1996 that he scored his first century, when he had become a regular player in the Sri Lankan side. His career high of 340 against India in August 1997 was the highest score by a Sri Lankan cricketer until 2006, and is also part of the highest team total made in Test cricket. He has also scored 2 double centuries. 213 against England and 253 against Pakistan. His 157 against Zimbabwe in 2004 is the second fastest century by a Sri Lankan player. Jayasuriya, having scored centuries against every Test-playing nation except New Zealand and West Indies, retired from Test cricket in 2007 with 14 to his name. Jayasuriya made his ODI debut in 1989, and started playing as an opening batsman in 1993. He went on to score his first century in 1994 against New Zealand. From then on, Jayasuriya has scored the highest number of ODI centuries for Sri Lanka with 28 to his name. He currently holds the 3rd place for most centuries in a career, behind Indian cricketer Sachin Tendulkar and Ricky Ponting. His second century, 134 against Pakistan in 1996, was scored at a strike rate of 206.15 and was the fastest century in ODI cricket at the time. This record was later broken by Pakistani cricketer Shahid Afridi. The 189 he made against India in 2000 is the 6th highest ODI score in a single innings. Making his second highest ODI score of 157 against the Netherlands in 2006, Jayasuriya paved the way for Sri Lanka to set the world record for the highest ODI team total of 443/9. With his 107 against India on January 28, 2009, Jayasuriya 39 years and 212 days old at the Tamir became the oldest player to score a century, which was surpassed by UAE batsman Karim Khan and also became the second player to score more than 13,000 runs in a career. Sanath Jayasuriya also holds the record of 3rd fastest 150 in one-day internationals. He made 152 versus England at Leeds on July 1, 2006, off just 99 balls, after AB de Villiers 63-ball 150 and Shane Watson 93-ball 150. Half centuries Jayasuriya has scored 31 Test, 68 ODI, and 40 T20I half centuries. Test half centuries, in the column runs, indicates being not out. The column title match refers to the match number of the player's career. One-day international half centuries, in the column runs, indicates being not out. The column title match refers to the match number of the player's career. 2020 international half centuries, in the column runs, indicates being not out. The column title match refers to the match number of the player's career. Awards. Jayasuriya has influenced for many international awards in his 20 years of cricketing career. He is second only to Sachin Tendulkar by the number of Man of the Match awards for ODIs, where Tendulkar has 62 Man of the Match awards, and Jayasuriya has 47 of them. He also has 11 ODI Man of the Series awards. Besides ODI awards, he has 4 Test Man of the Match awards and single Test Man of the Series awards. He has 5 T20I Man of the Match awards as well. Milestones. Tests ODIs T20s Product and brand endorsements. Sanath Jayasuriya endorses the following products: Cargill Salon plc, 2008 €1 present, CIC Agri-Business, 2008 €1 present, Dialog Telecom, 2007 €1 present, Singer Sri Lanka, 1996 €1 1998, Reebok Brand Ambassador. Dancing. On May 2012, Jayasuriya signed a contract to participate as a contestant on 5th season of the Indian celebrity dance show, Jhalak Dikhla Jaw. Result. See also, List of international cricket centuries by Sanath Jayasuriya, List of one-day international cricket records. Notes. 2. Jayasuriya's innings of 189 could have been considered the equal second highest, matching Viv Richards' innings of 189 from 1984. However, Richards' innings is generally ranked above Jayasuriya's in lists because he was not out. References. External links: Sanath Jayasuriya on Twitter, Sanath Jayasuriya on Facebook, Cricinfo Player Profile, Sanath Jayasuriya, Cricket Archive, Sanath Jayasuriya.